Basically doing things, walking through life, and when different things are taking place, stresses in the body, now your mind is challenging it. So it's going to another level. You find out that you don't get hungry. When the body start growling and stuff like that, that is toxicity moving, and actually the intestines is trying to rid that out of the body. That's all the body's going through, and you start realizing this. You start going into a higher level of self-realization.
Hello, enlightened viewers. Thank you for joining us as we return once again to Ohio, USA to speak with Eli Tom Ben Israel, who will give us a little more insight into the first days of his lifestyle as a breatharian. On our last episode, Eli Tom shared with our Supreme Master television correspondent a new phrase which he had coined when talking about breatharianism.
I'm going to change it to food alchemy so people can have a better understanding what we're talking about. This is a science, so you're actually dealing with the alchemy of foods. Now we're at a level where food alchemy have upgraded itself, where people understand that they can live a full life without never touching meat nor touching an animal byproduct. Food alchemy does not end there, just like technology and science, so that's why we want people to understand that this is a science. It has also upgraded itself again, that people are just living off of fruit, and people are going on to the levels of living off of prana, but it's still on the basis of food alchemy, because the bottom line, the reason why people eat is because you're looking for energy. And the body can run off of other sources of energy, and this is why we named it food alchemy.
Eli Tom also discussed his experiences when he first started the 21-day process to transition to becoming food-free.
Yes, I wish I could have went to a retreat. But like I said, having a job, got to keep a roof over your head and stuff like this. How am I going to go into this doing these everyday things that this society requires for you to be into it? So I had to think of a new way, and it took deep thought. So that's when I started creating another level to making diet changes. You know, I went from the veganism to the live and raw foods to the juicing. Taking those levels, still doing my duties and work, and even on those levels there's healing crises. There's times where you be tired, just still eating, going to those levels till the body get used to it. But when I see when the body started getting used to it, that it can't keep going, then you just go further and further and further.
What did you do when you were hungry during this 21-day process? How did you deal with it?
Well, there's another term that I'm going to bring up to sound kind of new. What breatharian is also not only food alchemy that I said, so you could deal with the scientific, the energies you put in your body has an effect on how you're operating. But breatharianism is also a prolonged meditation. It goes hand in hand with meditation because that's what it is. Sort of like when you're in a meditative state, you're not sitting there eating popcorn. You follow me? So basically you're taking your life, you're not just in a sitting position of meditation now, you're basically doing things, walking through life, and when different things are taking place, stresses in the body, now your mind is challenging it. So it's going to another level. You find out that you don't get hungry. When the body start growling and stuff like that, that is toxicity moving, and actually the intestines is trying to rid that out of the body. That's all the body's going through, and you start realizing this. You start going into a higher level of self-realization. So that's why when I got in to earlier about conscious tasting that a lot of breatharians do, they understand they can do that because it's not hunger. The body's going to get rid of it, but now their mind got so strong they can actually lead the toxicity out the body compared to the other person who, when you first get into these stages, it's saturated there. You're looking at it as hunger. Let me go get something else because it stops. Well, of course it stopped, because as soon as you put something in the body, the detoxification process stopped.
So actually the pain that we feel is not the pain for food?
It's not the pain for food at all. It's nothing but the intestines start moving to get rid of the toxicity. That's all it is. Those people who fast often will find out once they get past the third day, hunger pains stop. You get to the seventh day, a lot of major toxins within the body have purged themselves out, and you're not hungry. Usually when you eat, your mind goes off like that, it's because of conditioning and emotional imbalances.
Facts on fasting. A 3-day fast means abstaining from food for a period of 3 days. People who are in good health should be able to tolerate a 1 to 3 day fast fairly well. During a true fast, only water is consumed. Drink half your body weight in ounces of water. For example, if I weigh 150 pounds, which I do, divided by half equals 75 pounds, or 75 ounces of water you should drink. A 3-day fast helps rid the body of toxins. It is a scientific fact that by fasting 3 days a month, you heal faster and can extend your life several years. Negative facts on fasting. Don't drink orange or tomato juice. Many people experience weakness, nausea, headaches, and depression during a fast. But don't give up. Keep going.
So how does that turkey sandwich that you had for lunch transform itself into food your body can actually use? Well, even though the digestive process begins almost immediately after you put food in your mouth, it takes quite a while after you eat to completely digest something. The digestive system is like a long tunnel made up of a series of hollow organs joined by a long tube from the mouth to the rectum. Each component of the system is responsible for a different aspect of digestion, but they all work together to ensure that your food is properly digested. Your mouth begins the digestive process. The esophagus is next in line as food moves through it to reach your stomach. From there, the food moves to the small intestine, where it mixes with juices from the pancreas, liver, and intestines before moving into the large intestine and the colon. Finally, the waste from the large intestine pushes into the rectum, where it stays until the next time you go to the bathroom. Let's look at each component of the digestive system in more detail.
To shew thee such tokens I have leave. And if thou wilt pray again, and weep as now, and fast even days, thou shalt hear yet greater things.
Then I awake, and an extreme fearfulness went through all my body, and my mind was troubled, so that it fainted. So the angel that was come to talk with me held me, comforted me, and set me up upon my feet. And in the second night it came to pass that Salathiel, the captain of the people, came unto me, saying, Where hast thou been? And why is thy countenance so heavy? Knowest thou not that Israel is committed unto thee in the land of their captivity? Up then, and eat bread, and forsake us not, as the shepherd that leaveth his flock in the hands of cruel wolves. Then said I unto him, Go thy ways from me, and come not nigh me. And he heard what I said, and went from me. And so I fasted 7 days, mourning and weeping, like as Uriel the angel commanded me. And after 7 days so it was, that the thoughts of my heart were very grievous unto me again. And my soul recovered the spirit of understanding, and I began to talk with the Most High again. So why fast? We fast to afflict our souls, recover the spirit, gain understanding, and speak with the Most High. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 32, conclusion. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even. From even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath.